Welcome to the Daily WIP, the show where we discover everyone is becoming a media company. On the show today, we're talking about getting your company's video strategy from where it is today to where you want it to be tomorrow. If you hear any noise through there, it's currently the evening on Friday, which is currently episode 80. If anyone thinks that's pretty cool, I feel pretty cool about doing 80 episodes in a row. Haven't missed one so far. Then you just say something nice. It's always nice when you say something about what we're doing with this content. We're just trying to bring value to the customers. We're trying to give you guys and girls some thoughts about video strategy, how to run teams, where video is going on social platforms, all these things. So if you feel like it's working, it's pretty cool, there's some interesting stuff, then please tell us below. Episode 80. Anyway, the noise through there is my daughter just turned 5. So it's kind of interesting because Whipster as a company is basically turning 5 in about a month as well. So that daughter and the company are growing at the same rate. She's just about to go to school, so what does that mean for Whipster? We'll see. But the second daughter, who's currently 7 months, she's been around for 7 months, and what does that mean for part 2 or secondary layers in the company? Who knows? There's some sort of stratospherical layer that we can talk about there. But anyway, this episode is about you as a company, a brand that is working on your storytelling, pushing video out, maybe trying to get onto an always-on plan. Using different channels: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Wistia, Bright Cove, not Vine anymore, maybe LinkedIn, anything else, as your always-on video strategy, so that when your potential customers or current customers come to those places, there's always something new from you. So in this episode, what I want to talk about is benchmarking, is going, where are you today and where do you want to be tomorrow? With that, what I think would be a really good idea is if you were to get all of your numbers from each of the platforms. So get a spreadsheet together and put all of the places that you've ever put any amount of video, and put the platforms down the side. So YouTube, Vimeo, LinkedIn, put them all down the side, and then put out, if you want to be really granular, put it out by month. Put it out by day or week or month. I think if you're pretty new to the whole big time video thing, you might just do it by month, and just for the number of months, years that you've been doing video, just populate a spreadsheet with your cadence. So platforms down the side: YouTube, Vimeo, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those places down the side. And then month by month, say how many videos you had published going forward. And then once you have that matrix, months, platforms, and if you've done it in Google Sheets, which I love, so you should, it's easy to use and it's great, then just select the whole thing and then hit Graph Maker, and it will show you the cadence. It'll be pretty instant. It will show you, you've been publishing more and more on this platform, or it's been super intermittent. Then the secondary thing you want to do is go into, and this isn't going to work that well because you won't have been tracking over time, but go into each of those social platforms and then put down the social platform, and then put down the videos, and then the views. So you could do it based on publication date, and then views as secondary line, or you could just do it simply as total number of views per platform and time. And then from that, you're trying to get a bit of an idea on what sort of, this is really vague information, but what sort of impact you've had on those platforms. And what I'm imagining you're going to see is that the cadence is probably not that good. Like it's very sporadic and it's very haphazard, and that's what Whipster was in the early days. And you'll also see that without amplification spend, ad spend and things, is that the viewer count overall may not be very high, because A, there's not very many videos, and B, there hasn't been any idea of building an audience. But you might have a few outliers, and this is the secondary part. grab all the videos that have done really well in your view, that get 1,000 views, that get 1,000,000 views, whatever you view is really good, and then put them beside all the ones that didn't go as big as you wanted. And from there, you start to see kind of what your historical subconscious strategy has accidentally been, which is you're always aiming for every video to be a bit of a viral video. You know, it went crazy. Everyone wants to go to a video maker, give them $5,000, and then say, all right, let's get 10 million views. But it's just, you know, there's no audience building, there's no trust being built, there's no loyalty, there's no creating a habit around content, there's none of that stuff. But what I'm hoping that you see by doing these three things is that you get a picture of the cadence, and I think you'll see that it's very haphazard and a bit crazy. And then you'll see a number, and only add up the ones that you didn't amplify, so just add up the ones where you got views, and you'll get a bit of an idea on the impact you've had on those platforms. And then the last piece is that you will see the videos that broke through a little bit. You'll see how sporadic they were. You know, there'll be months between them, maybe years between them, and that there's not really any strategy around that. And from there, you're then able to go, all right, well, so if we do want to do this modern thing, and you know, really, if you believe anything I'm saying, it's that this is exactly how you will win at marketing in the future, is that you will build an actual audience, right? That you will see the difference between what you're doing now and what you have to do to start to see that difference. And what I think you'll also see, there'll be a little bit of a mind shift, which is, you know, you over the last 12 months there's been 18 videos, and there was a thing here and a sporadic and da-da-da. And then if you then, this is another thing, I don't know if you want to do this, but if you then add up the production budget of all those videos, and you see the total figure that you spent on production, so it's a little bit hard because the total production budget, if it was outsourced, is not the only expense that you had, internal expense and everything else. If you add all that up and then split it out across the videos, I think you're going to see an average cost of around $15,000, and you won't have actually got the return that you're expecting, which is why so many companies are finding it hard with video. So then if you think about, okay, tie up that whole production budget, let's say it's, I don't know, $700,000. God knows what, you know, different company sizes, there's no actual number. You'll find your actual number. And then you say, well, let's aim for an average production budget of, you know, $500, $1,000 per video, and then do massive amounts of video. And then you map that out over the next 12 months, 24 months, and you have the exact same spend that you've done in the same time period before today, after today, and you change entirely how you're doing video and what platforms you're going to go on. You're much more disciplined about audience and the definition of the audience, the persona, and who you're aiming for. And then you go ahead and you do that same spend, and in 20 to 24 months you give me a ring on the old ham and bone. I think you'll see a remarkable change. And much like what Gary Vee says about any of this stuff, is that it's easy to talk about, it's just not easy to do. So, you know, are you going to do this? Are you going to be able to convince somebody that this is what you have to do? It's unknown. But I think that if you did that, and you had that new cadence and you had that new calendar, I think you would see extraordinary things happen, and you would see people interact with your brand in a totally different way. Anyway, this is the end of episode 80. My daughter has turned 5, so I have to go back out there to join the party, which is awesome. And also tonight, later on tonight, the team is having a big party in town. I think they've already started. And we're just celebrating something pretty awesome that's happened in the company, which we'll be able to tell you about soon. All right, so this is Friday, episode 80. Subscribe. Please send me some comments below. Tell me if this is all working for you. And we'll see you soon. Bye.